can influence your business, right? As you are saying. If you are coming to put up a building for me, you come to become a lawyer, an accountant, and I have such an insurance. It will convince me to give you a job. It will protect you if your staff steals your money. It will give you money if there's a fire outbreak. So insurance is good for your business, and it can affect what kind of business you are involved in. My last topic, I guess, so is a post employment. Post employment, I'm saying that getting a pension is also a form of personal insurance, and in Ghana it is compulsory, right? In Ghana, all employees must have post-retirement. But it's a social scheme to ensure, because we all become old. And if you don't make it compulsory, you become old and you are burden to society. Old man, 60, 70, you are at the roadside begging for food and insulting all of us. That for Ghana, they don't care about the aged. What did you do when you were running the business? How did you protect your own future? So in Ghana, we have a new pension act that requires that we take a pension policy, which has been broken down into first tier, second tier, and third tier. And so you as an entrepreneur, or your employees, if you're an employee for your company as well, then we are saying that each month you contribute 5.5 of your basic salary. The employer does 13.5. So even if you're a sole proprietor and you are paying yourself a salary, do that for yourself. You are contributing at least minimum 18.5 towards your own pension. But the law allows you to contribute 35% of the basic. So the 18.5 is a minimum. You can do an additional 16.5 so that you have a good pension. So the first year is managed by SNET, right? And there's a bit of a national health insurance in there as well. The second tier must be by a fund manager. So you must appoint a fund manager. So if you are here and you have employees and you are deducting their 5.5 and you don't have a second tier fund manager, then you are breaking a law. SNET is managing the first tier. So you do 5.5 and your company. So here I'm seeing the company as not you, but the enterprise you are in charge of. So the employee does 5.5%. The employer is doing 13%. So it's 18.5. So there's a first tier managed by a SNET. And they take 13.5. But it's only 11% that will be used for the calculation of your pension. The 2.5 is for the national health insurance. So when you become old, the country can take care of you for free. The next 5% out of the 18 is going to a second tier fund, and that's a private fund manager. So as a businessman, you must appoint a private fund manager. And they are all around the country. Petra, all that, I'm sure there are branches here. Glyco, I guess so. They are all here. So if you have not done so, then you are cheating your employees. So their 5% must go to them as a private. Again, they can take that money after 10 years. For them to, yes, Professor.
Can the person receive two different slate contributions? What's the gas consultancy, either contract? So can you collect slate here?
Yes, I think recently SNET is agreeing to it. In the past, SNET said no. And that's so with us, the GSS. So in Legon, we have our pensions in-house. So now SNET is agreeing that we can do our own in-house and do theirs as private contribution. But in the example, it's asking, I'm an employee. I work for company A and I work for company B. Can the employer do for company A and B? If you did so, it should be possible. It should be possible in the sense that when you put the two salaries together, it will still be up to the 18.5.
No. Employer
Good, agreed.
I work here and I work here.
Yes.
Monday to Tuesday here.
Good,
Friday to this thing.
good.
This guy asks for my sense number. This guy asks for my sense. Should I give it to him?
Yes, Master, if you add it, so I take 50 in A and 50 in B. It's like saying a 100 and 8.5. It comes back to the same. I like. So I've not tested it, but I'm since to not fight it. Since to not fight it. Good. Yes.
You only use the same snip now.
Good.
Then
Good.
no-
But what I'm saying that good. But you see, it comes back to the same 18.5. 18.5 of 50 plus 50 is the same as 100 times 18.15. So you are not breaking a law. Yes.
Are we to understand that it is an obligation or it's compulsory to do the second and third tiers as well?
Yes. It's
As-
an obligation to do the second tier. But voluntary.
As a sole proprietor?
Yes. So as a sole proprietor, you must see yourself as an employee. You need to have a certain pension. So if an employee of your sole proprietorship, then where is your SNIT contribution? That's where the issue of the law comes in. So it's the law that is saying that if an employee, that employee must pay towards a
So you
pension.
pay the basic, which is managed by SNIT, and you also pay another for the second tier?
No. So assuming you are a sole proprietor and you are on 1,000 a month, your basics is 1,000 a month. So all together will be 185, right? 18.5 of this. But we are saying that the first 13.5%, which is 135, is managed by a SNIT. And the next 5%, which is the 50, will go to a second tier farm manager. With the company.
So is this SNIT that transfers that
No.
to the
No.
second?
You are registered with SNIT and you are registered with the second tier. So each month you are doing 2 submission of returns. One is going to SNIT and one is going to the second tier. But you must duly. Good.
Okay.
The third tier is voluntary. I told you that we can do up to 35%. So that's what some of you call provident fund. Right? And so for the third tier, we can now say, okay, let's do an additional 10% as a voluntary contribution. If you did so, it will give you a tax advantage. You will not pay tax on that amount. But you cannot touch the money until after 10 years. If you touch it before 10 years, you will be made to pay a tax of 15% on the amount.
Okay. Assuming,
Sorry.
excuse me. Assuming I'm a sole proprietor.
Good.
I'm a government employee.
Good.
I'm paying SNIT.
Good.
And at my sole proprietorship
Good.
work,
Good.
how do I pay?
So it comes like what Prof was asking. So you're a sole proprietor, and if you are looking at a better future, then you say each month you are paying yourself 1,000 as a sole proprietor, as an employee of a sole proprietor. And so in that case, this 1,000 you're also paying the first, the second tier on it. Your employer too is doing for you over there, but it's all going to the same account. So SNIT will find two payments into the account because you have 2 basic salaries. You see, so you are not breaking a law. Please.
An individual,
Yes.
individual.
Yes.
Say maybe you are working with brother, sister somewhere or
Okay.
friend. Just walk into SNIT and say, no, they are paying me,
Okay.
but I want to.
Agree. So we call it voluntary SNIT contribution. And this goes for our mothers who saw Wache, Kenke at home, who don't work like you and I do. You can also say, well, I saw the Wache, I'm alone, but I want to do voluntary contribution for my pension. So, and most of us are like that. Our mothers sold less a Kenke. Now they are on retirement. Their pension is you and I. If you don't give Oledi any money, Oledi will not eat. But if we knew this earlier, I would have told Mommy, please, is your Kenke all right? But please register for sin. So today that Oledi is old, her SNIT would have been coming on a voluntary basis. Again, if we're enforcing these rules, everybody would have been aware. So everybody, the woman selling a kiosk there, can also go voluntarily and join the SNIT small scale contribution. So all that is there. All that is there. No, voluntary is one. That one SNIT has only a small part. It ranges between 5 and 12%. You choose what range. It can even be a fixed amount. But SNIT will invest the money and ensure that you get a pension on retirement. So it goes for masons, carpenters, and all that. There's people don't think of the future. We think of now. I make money and I go, yes, our sister.
Second tier contribution.
No, the second tier cannot be increased. So the first and second tier come to the 18.5. The third tier is when you can do up to the 35. So the first, second tier are fixed. You cannot vary it. It's by law. The third tier is when you can increase, you can add on. So that in total, your contribution will be a maximum 35%.